Hey YouTube, so the first of the year is right around the corner, and of course that means the 2025 motorcycle group build. And this year's theme is any motorcycle in a race livery. So I went through the stash and I found these three. And I'm kind of psyched because up until now I haven't built any super bikes, and I'm actually pretty excited to try one. Actually, I guess all three of these would be. So, and I think I'm gonna do three this year. I did 10 last year, but I'll do at least these three for the group build. And I'm kind of happy about this because I think it'll get me to this point. So that's an ultra complex build, obviously, whereas this is going to be a much more simple one. So I'm going to go through these and talk about them a little bit and maybe, unbox them. So this is the Airfix Yamaha 500cc. Now it is also a YZR 500. And this was, this rider is Norik Abe, and this is the bike that entered in the 2001 Grand Prix that year. This is also a YZR 500, but this goes back to 1980, and there's a ton of YouTubes out there on this. It's a fairly famous bike, a fairly famous rider called Kenny Roberts, and this was from the 1980 Grand Prix. And then this bike is the Team Suzuki Ecstar GXX-RR from 2020. And this Team Suzuki Ecstar won the Moto GP, which I assume stands for Grand Prix, in 2020 with this bike. And those were riders Jean Mir and Alex Renz. The other cool thing is I got to learn these things about these bikes. So starting with this Airfix kit, it's 1 to 24, which is pretty small, but it has a rider, and I haven't done one with a rider yet. So it's a fairly low part count, being only 1 to 24. So a good one to start out with. And fairly small part count with a rider. And so that'll be a challenge to paint that. And of course, I've gone and watched a few YouTubes on painting these riders. And then it has two decal sets, one for the bike and then one for the rider. So I'll start with that. I'll wait till the first of the year to get started. And that should, give me a good start to then move on to this 1980 kit. And you may recall, this was in my stash haul from the contest, the Butch O'Hare contest and show. And I bought it from a vendor, and it was missing. He thought it was missing parts. It wasn't, but it was started. And all they did was start the tires, the wheels, but it was missing the decals. Sure enough, I go out on eBay and they were out there. So I got the kit for 15. I got the decals for 15. Which is 30 bucks, and I have not found this kit on eBay for cheaper than 45 plus shipping. So I'm really happy about the deal I got. So anyway, this is, obviously a slightly larger part count than the previous one, and but everything's here. So this will, be kind of the next step in my evolution of building the race/super bikes. So I'm looking forward to that. And again, I'll get to these, over the course of the year. I believe the group build runs until October. So from January to October, I should be able to get 3 motorcycle builds in. And then I'll finish up with this, which should be pretty challenging because it's a very large part count and a fairly complex paint scheme and decal scheme. So you can see it's numerous pages here, 15 pages of instructions. And then, like I said, this really nice decal set, and, a separate set of instructions just for the painting and decaling. And then here's decals for that. So, yeah, I'm really psyched. I entered the motorcycle group build for the first time last year, built my first motorcycle, and went on to buy in the neighborhood of 50 motorcycles, and I built 10 in 2024. So looking forward to 2025 and knocking a few more out and learning how to do these super bikes. So I want to thank Cliff and Jamie G again for hosting that, and looking forward to it. So after the first year, start watching for updates on this build. And yeah, I think it's going to be a really cool 2025. So everybody, Merry Christmas, Happy New Year, and as always, thanks for watching and happy modeling.